I was shot in the face by Grace DeWalt. I did not know who she was prior to this day. On October 23rd, 2023, went to a house party. The vibes were cool, whatever. Everybody's dancing, laughing. Grace walks up to me, tells me how pretty I am. I had no idea who she was. I didn't even know her name. So keep that in mind. She's even twerking with me at this point, dancing, whatever. Okay, so fast forward. A girl loses her phone. We're going to call her Chrissy. Chrissy loses her phone and starts accusing, we'll call him Tim. Things began to escalate from there. I go to break the fight up between my friend and Chrissy. Chrissy decides that she feels like I'm trying to jump her, and she starts swinging on me personally. So me and Chrissy get into a fight. Grace comes out of nowhere and sneaks me from behind. So at this point, I'm low-key getting jumped. And there was two guys, they break up the fight. Grace takes off running. I was like, you know what? I'm ready to go home. As I'm telling my friends to take me home, something told me to turn around. I look out the door and I can see that Grace was coming back in the house, but her arm was kind of like tucked. So in my mind, I automatically went, she has a gun. And I ran to the door to try to close it. And this girl bum rushed me through the door, like swung the door open, and I kind of flew back. All of this part is like kind of hazy a little bit. I've tried to get the gun from her, and she put the gun to my face. Literally, I felt the metal. Pulled the trigger. I took off running. I really didn't know that I was shot. It didn't process immediately. And then I just collapsed and hit the pavement. When I fell, I realized that I had been the one that had been shot. I remember them putting me in the ambulance. I was life flighted to Cleveland Clinic Mercy, and I don't remember that part at all whatsoever. I just remember waking up in the ICU. Apparently I did code and they had to resuscitate me. They removed 10% of my tongue. I had a GI tube that went up my nose and down into my stomach because I had to be on tube feed, obviously, because I couldn't eat. My mouth was wired shut for 3 months. I have semi-permanent lockjaw, which is why my mouth barely opens more than this. My incision, where the exit wound was at, is still open because there's a bullet fragment trying to work its way out as we speak. There's no way for my plastic surgeon to be able to tell me how long that's going to take. When I woke up in the ICU, I couldn't even tell the police who shot me because I had to write everything down. Grace was arrested and apprehended within like the first 5 hours or so. They found her hiding out at her parents' house. My court date was the day after Christmas. Throughout this whole ordeal, she never gave an apology. She barely said a word. The judge asked her to confirm her name and state her name for the record, and she started sobbing. And it infuriated me because you do not get to cry. I literally went through hell and endured so many different surgeries, so many different procedures, and you have no reason to cry. So that really sent me over the top, but I knew I had to pull it together. I told my family, it's okay if y'all don't forgive her. It's okay if you never forgive her for what she did, but I have to forgive her. Because if I don't, the level of anger and malice that will linger in my heart is going to prevent me from being able to heal properly, mentally, physically, and emotionally, and move forward. Forgiveness is for me, not her.
She is seen. Are you?